Welcome to Alpha Proto. I'm Alpha Proto, and I did not turn on the mic. Okay. Welcome to Alpha Proto. I'm Alpha Proto, and tonight I will be working on Blazing World Stars Batrice Whirligig attack. I actually set up the reading notification for the chat so I don't have to look up every time that a message is sent out. I think it's working on Twitch, but it doesn't look like it's working on YouTube. But I'm getting all my notifications from YouTube, so that's whatever. Dillert Draw says, finally. DeMarcus says, what up, Lone Stars? DeMarcus says, what track is this? This is Wizzy Whippet Wonderful's new track.
What track is this?
Yeah, it's Super Shredder Super Remix by Wizzy Whippet Wonderful. He released it the other day, like yesterday or maybe today. Wait, when was it? This Trap Production says, greeting, Mr. Proto. Yo. Oh. And you asked what track it was again, DeMarcus? Yeah. Super Shredder Remix. But I haven't streamed in a while. I wanted to stream yesterday because it was 2/22/22. And I've been waiting for that day for years. And then it happened. And what did I do yesterday? I woke up. I drank coffee. I'm back on coffee again. I'm sorry. I tried to quit, but it came back. What else? I wrote.
Seems like it's not working.
Oh, my Twitch stream isn't working? Man, that's weird. It's always the Twitch stream that doesn't work. Well, it's either Twitch or YouTube, but I always put a special priority on YouTube because I don't know. I just.
What is up, Alpha Proto? Hello, Proto. It doesn't show your face at all.
Doesn't show my face? Oh. Well, that's what I'm showing right now. It's like on screen and everything.
Hey, Riot.
Oh. Hello, Riot Kitty. Welcome. It's good to see you. Well, I don't see you, but it's nice to know that you're here. I don't know why my Twitch account isn't working.
No one can ever trust Twitch.
Yeah. It's weird because you could actually become partner or whatever quicker and easier on Twitch, but I still feel like YouTube has more relevance as far as like if you're not making video game content. And I don't think that making stuff for video games equals video game content. This is why.
See her name. I agree with the sentiment. It is nice to see you two. A trap.
Oh, I stopped the music. Oh, my mistake.
If you didn't see her name, how would you know she's there?
I don't know. How would I know? Well, I read the name. That's all I know. So, I've got a few new subscribers. I've got Gene Carbano. He's subscribed. So, welcome, Gene Carbano.
Wait a second. Interrupted the tournament.
And who else?
Wait a second. Interrupted the
The
tournament.
toy reviewer, you guy UK. That was 25 days ago. GGS subscribed 10 days ago.
Wait a second. Interrupted the tournament.
Well, I'm gonna switch over to main stage. It's
2 new subs.
yeah. Peter Samedi, Alterna Comics, he put sub for a sub, and I guess me responding to that helped get some new subscribers. Because today, 10 hours ago, I got a new subscriber, Ace the Man. Ace the Man.
Interrupted the tournament.
Let's switch over. Alright, this is what I've got so far. Well, I've got nothing so far. But I appreciate you being here. There's 4 people here. That's actually quite a lot. For me. So I've got the chat up. I've got my reference here. I've
Very cool. I have not chatted with Peter in ages. Since I left Twitter, honestly.
yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. He's laid back. He's looking out for the comic book community, trying to bring everybody together, trying to keep the medium alive, really.
You're always on when I'm in the middle of something else.
Sorry. I don't know. It usually depends on how I feel. I'm usually tired about 7 o'clock. And it's 5:41 here, Central Standard Time. I originally used to stream at 5:30 all the time because then 2 hours to the right or 2 hours to the left would either be the time that kids are getting out of school or when families are eating dinner, you know, East Coast or West Coast. So it kind of nice medium time. Sort of like a telemarketer calling people while they're sitting down with their family. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do this animation. I should have did it a long time ago, but then I don't know, I just haven't been feeling it. But I did. I wrote my book. Well, my comic book, one of my story ideas. I wrote the first chapter. I started on Monday, and yesterday I finished the first chapter. It's just 12. I'm writing each chapter to be 12 pages. So I won't overwhelm myself. So it's like 12-page stories, and each 12-page story equals a chapter. So if I did print it out as a comic, it would probably be a 24-page comic. Then you get 2 chapters per book. But I'd rather have a full book instead of just like actual comics.
Oh, but this calls you the bear.
What? Oh, Batrice, because he's a bear. I don't know what that means. I don't know what a Batrice is. I just know it's French. But yeah, I'm one of the animators on this independent game called Blazing World Stars, which, yeah, I showed the title at the intro, but I guess I'll do it again. Because I actually like the way this animation turned out.
World Star.
I did that all with a phone app, so I'm still really happy about it.
Track, it's alright. I released some energy on Street Fighter V ranked matches. Almost done with my essay assignment, at least that's due Friday. Sadly, I will not be able to upload a video this week.
Oh. Well, keeping content flowing is, I don't know, that's kind of a priority, just to keep, you know, keep people's attention. Where'd my pillow go? My pillow. Sorry, so professional.
Sorry to hear that, Riot. But glad you're almost done with your assignment and got to play some XFC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Riot's a scholar. She's always doing homework. But yeah, the game Blazing Strike that I animated for, if you go back in a few streams, they've been showing some gameplay footage, and they're gonna
donation, but I guess that didn't show up.
Oh, whoa, hey! I was not expecting money. I accepted it. This is so unexpected. I was not thinking that I would get a subscription. I mean, any money. But I got money. I appreciate it. And I hope that this song doesn't get copyright stricken. But yeah, I set this music to play anytime I got a donation. And it's really like happy music, you know? The Double Dragon theme. And the whole song's gonna play through. Because, you know, you don't get $5 every day, you know? That's thing to celebrate, you know? Yeah, you're happy to support, and I'm happy for the support. I don't know. I'm just a dude who makes pixels move at the moment. Well, I'm a voice actor too, but just being an artist is just wild, man. Trying to support yourself on skills. I don't know. Maybe I should have took the time to learn welding or air conditioner repair. That would probably be more practical. But yeah, thank you all for being here. So Right Kitty says, yeah, it's whatever. I got a short video idea for next week's where I'll use Copic markers for the first time. Oh, Copic markers are very fun. It's all about layering things up. I actually bought a book on how to use Copic markers. The great thing about Copic markers is the amount of pigment they have in each marker. It saturates the paper without ripping the paper. Because I thought that after using Copics, well, I didn't use Copics, I'm actually using Prisma markers, but after using Prisma markers for so long, I thought that all markers were basically the same. But then I bought some markers that were supposed to be skin color, different tones of skin color from Crayola, and Crayola are water-based markers, so it ripped up my paper. I just gotten so used to using alcohol-based markers that you can layer over, like layer after layer, and it wouldn't rip up the paper, but water-based markers ruin paper. But yeah, Blazing Strike is up for pre-order right now. It looks promising. I hope it does well. It's not Street Fighter, yes, we're on Street Fighter 6 now. It's not Street Fighter 6 exciting, but it's nice to know that a game that I personally had a part in is going to be released very soon.
Right back.
All right, no worries, no worries. I'm going to start now. First thing we're going to do is get everything in a decent position to actually start drawing. I mean, animating. Sorry. I'm just trying to keep speaking. Keep everyone entertained. Alright, I'm hydrated. Got my stylus. Got my half keyboard. I'm ready to animate. So this right here is the default stance. I've been having problems with my stylist. Not really my stylist, but my Wacom tablet. Tablet preferences just keep the what is it called? I forgot what it's called. My settings just keep falling out of my computer. Alright, restore successful. It says it's successful. Let's see if it really was. Nope. Maybe I need to reset, but it's a little too late for that. So I'll be using the shortcut keys. And yeah, the shortcut keys work. It's just that my stylus isn't working correctly, so... Alright, there we go. Going to animate with black. Just need to... There we go. Make a new frame. I'm going to focus on keyframes. I should probably go straight. I could do straight ahead animation, but I think that it's easier to control how everything moves when you use keyframes. So I'm going to get it. I'm going to draw him in the wind up position. Right. Gotta move this microphone, it's in my face. Even though this is referencing this animation, the pose is going to be different. This is the design for the attack right here. If I really wanted to, I could actually use... Yeah, let's... Sure. I don't know if the leg needs to be up this high. I think I should probably go for more of a baseball pitcher stance. That would mean the leg would turn back more. I think I'll sketch. I'll add another layer to use down here. And I will sketch a pose. So let's keep the head even. That's actually a sound effect from Darkstalkers. From Weetzel. He actually used it as an instrument. That's interesting. So the reference pose was this, but I'm going to go for more of a baseball player wind-up. So this foot's gonna be over here, and this one's going to be over. He's posting on this foot, so he's gonna rotate onto this back foot. And this is where the weight's going to be placed. and the head's going to be facing this direction. And I have a animated GIF with all the kicks that he has. If I can find a face, probably this. No, not that. I can use, instead of drawing it from scratch, I will. Nope, I don't see anything. Maybe. Maybe this. Let's give this a try. This is actually the first time I've ever drawn this character. Control C. Should copy that. Control V. Yeah, that works. That's pretty much the head pose I had in mind. Just a lot of artifacts with it, but I'll just clean that up now. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I finally started writing my fantasy book. It's about a young man in a village who wants to be a knight. I guess it's similar to Knight's Tale. But just in that aspect, though. That was a good movie. I really liked that one. But, you know, it's a fantasy world. It's not based on history. But it will, artistically, it'll draw some inspiration from medieval times and maybe Renaissance. Like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, this could be a epic story that goes volumes and volumes. But then I say, there's a lot of other stories I want to tell. I don't want to be stuck in this world unless that's what people want. Then I'll go back to it. But right off the bat, I'm like, no, this isn't going to be several volumes. I'll focus on this one book, and people want more stories, or if there's more possibilities for stories, sure, I'll go back to it. But I've actually got a
asked for videos to react to tomorrow morning for her stream, and I may have given her a video that's short, insane, and insanely funny, but maybe she won't get it slow all.
Let me read that again. I've actually installed the chat app. I was using a browser chat to be able to read all the messages, but I decided to give this a try to see if I could, you know, just for I know where it was all the time, because I saved the link to the app. I saved the link to the web chat, but when I clicked on it before the stream, it wouldn't be active, so I don't know, I just figured this would be easier. Rackety said, a YouTuber I sub to ask for videos to react to tomorrow morning for her stream, and I may have given her a video that's short, insane, and insanely funny, but maybe she won't get it. Hey, she asked for it. She may regret it, but she asked for it. That's interesting, though. Asking for reaction videos? Alright. Okay. With my last stream, the internet was really bad. And it was mostly because I had changed my settings. And that was a mistake.
For any videos to react to because I lose, but hey, that's what she asked for.
Hey, she asked for it. Oh, videos to react to. So she's the one reacting. It's not you reacting to her video, it's her reacting to your video. Okay, that makes sense. Let me adjust this chat. It's really weird. I'm just not used to this. I think it's the opacity. Opacity's doing weird stuff. Okay. I hope it saves. This should make it much easier to read than it was. Alright. Yeah, doing YouTube it doesn't seem that fun. I'd rather be watching YouTube than actually making content. But making content is, well, working is making my content, so get to work. Yeah, my computer's lagging.
Oh yeah, you did mention you wrote out the first chapter of your comic. That's cool. I myself haven't written as much lately. I did write a summary for a story idea where it combines Yu-Gi-Oh! And Bakugan.
How do you combine Yu-Gi-Oh! And Bakugan?
And magical girl stuff.
Oh. Yeah, I've got some general ideas of what I want to happen, but this is the first time I actually started writing it. I just hope it's not boring. Because the first chapter has some action in it. One thing that I learned from reading comics in the 90s is there should always be a fight somewhere. So I'm gonna have a fight or action. I'll just call it action because, you know, actual fighting may not be in an issue or chapter, so. So yeah, there's gonna be some fighting. Every issue's gonna have fighting. Or action. Every issue's gonna have an action scene. I'll say that.
I
Yeah.
think what comics always need is a hook at the beginning, no matter what kind of genre it is.
That's true. Part of me was like considering just doing a short introduction of powers and all that stuff, but everyone's into the episodic format. So I'm gonna use an episodic format to tell my story. It's still chapters, but it's, you know, in Stan Lee's days, you know, one book would show, one page would basically give the background of the characters, and then from there on they get their powers and use them. But nowadays it is a book in itself, just about how someone got their powers and all that stuff. Like the first issue of Spider-Man. Well, not exactly. It wasn't really Spider-Man. It was Amazing Adventures' first appearance of Spider-Man. Yeah. They show what his life was like in one page. You know, Peter Parker getting bullied and stuff. But you know, I made it a whole chapter about my character. And then the next chapter is about him getting his powers, about how he got his powers, and how he defeats the villain. So I'm kind of breaking that up. But since it's 12 pages per chapter, it's kind of like it's still technically within the same book. I mean, same issue. Don't know if I'm making him the right size. I don't know if this arm is big enough. Let me look at this. These arms are pretty big. And he doesn't really have a wrist, does he? It's like forearm into hand. Like, well, I guess this counts, but like I said, this is the first time I've seen the character. I know the character. This is the first time I've ever drawn him, though. He's a lot easier than that wolf. That's for sure. Let me get these arms the right size. That's the great thing about keyframes. What you're doing is making sure that everything stays consistent. I think that's alright. Let me move this shoulder up. The circle that I drew right here, that's going to be the pivot point. That's the shoulder. That's where... And the circle shows the path of where the fist, like this one, it's going to be spinning on. I am going to flip through these animations quite a few times. I just want to make sure that the animation I'm doing fits with these. Wow, that's a big dude. But he's stretched out at me, he's kicking. So my brother bought some steaks that he wanted cooked, and because I cooked some steak when he was on a carnivore diet last week for him, and they turned out really good, but I'm streaming right now, and I told him, hey, it's your food, you gotta learn how to cook it yourself, dude. So he's going to cook up his own steaks. It's a different cut of meat this time. I think they were selling steaks on sale because of Valentine's Day, and he just happened to be doing the carnivore diet, so he's like, don't mind if I do. never knew people ate steaks on Valentine's Day. Nothing says romance like red meat. Red meat. I think this hand's too small. Yeah, these paws are pretty big. Okay, let's compare sizes. Okay, the wrist is about, needs to be a little bigger, a little wider. Fingers about, everything needs to be bigger. I'll just put this right about here for reference.
Time for me to go to my dad's place. Good luck with your animation pro day.
Oh, thank you very much, Riot Kitty. I hope you have a good time. I appreciate you showing up. I appreciate the $5 Trap gave me. But yeah, you always class the place up when you show up. John Dillard was here. Actually, was on Twitter, and I saw that John Dillard put a piece of art on there to be colored. So I gave it a shot. But I didn't know what everything was supposed to be colored, so I kind of stopped. It's been a while since I colored anything, so that was fun. But yeah, I can color stuff too. I've done some work for the covers of I've done some coloring work for Battle Blood Volume 1 and this cover right here. Battle Blood Volume 2. It's a wraparound kind of cover. So front and back. And Battle Blood Volume 3. This is my favorite one. Because I had just started coloring with the cuts method. And it's pretty good results. I actually really like this method of color. So if someone needs someone to color some pages for a book, keep me in mind. I'm interested. So there's 3 toes. Alright, I think I have the body proportions correct. He doesn't really have pecs, does he? Yes, more like. Yeah, it's just a circle, or more like a bean. Then I have the neck, and the fur from the neck going on to the torso? I guess torso would be the best way to describe it. So I guess this hair would be about here. I could just erase this. Man, I wish everything was working the way it should. My shortcuts. Alright, so... draw the sleeve. Sleeve should roll up. It's all about here. I am on the wrong layer. I am on the wrong layer. Okay. I'm gonna lock this layer. Start here. Rolled up sleeves. This is on Pixel Perfect, so there's less cleanup that I have to do. But the lines aren't really as perfect as I would like because there's some lag. This computer's lagging on me. Yep, it did that. All right. A thumb. Another finger. Claw on the... well, let's say thumbnail. It's more of a thumbnail. But that's... well, technically it's a claw. It's forearm. Look at this design again. So it's, I think there's 3 puffs of fur. It may be random, but just for consistency's sake. Okay, there's 2 here. 1, 2, and I think there might be another one on this side since it's symmetrical. Let's go through these frames again and see. Alright, it's safe to assume that there are 3, so 1, 2, 3. It's collar, so I guess the collar would be here, so that would cover up that fur that was on the chest anyway. Okay, my computer's just way too slow. I must have way too many things running at once. I don't think I have that. Well, I've got the music, that's YouTube. I've got my Streamlabs, that's YouTube. I've got OBS running. I've got Sprite running with these 2 at once. I don't think that's too bad. I don't see why that would slow it down this much. too small. All right. This lag is really annoying. It's making me draw a lot slower than I would want to. Well, I could smell the skillet and the butter burning, so I guess my brother is working on the steak right now. I've been watching Guga Foods, and that's how I learned how to cook steak. It's a channel on YouTube. A Brazilian guy named Guga, who does steak experiments. One thing he said, make sure not to burn the butter, so keep things moving. I should have told him that, or I told him to use butter, but totally forgot to tell him to make sure the butter didn't burn. But I guess it's more of a learn through experience thing, but it'd be a $25 mistake, technically. But I hope the lesson doesn't end up being have Alpha Proto cook the steak for you instead of doing it yourself. Hope the lesson is, okay, don't do that again and just fix it, you know. I actually ate French fries and about 4 fish stick patty things, you know. Those triangle fish sticks. I ate 5 of those and some fries at about 4 o'clock, 4 or 3. So I'm not really hungry right now, but sure I could go for a steak at about like an hour, you know. So here, my reference is this literally is a circle. Sasquatch. that animation is 9 frames. It was probably more in another game, but by another game I mean this may be Darkstalkers 3 animation. They cut frames for console or home systems. Just don't like the word console. Not only is it a tongue twister to say, I just grew up in an age where video game systems were called video game systems. But that lingo was established by Nintendo by calling the Nintendo a home entertainment system. So they set the standard, I just followed it. Right. Let's go back to this. See. Hey, this lawn work's looking pretty good. It's cleaner than the sketches that I did under it. I may be moving to the line art a little too soon. But it's difficult to see how things are going when you just got a bunch of... Well, not really. I feel like I'm breaking my own rules. I know that I was on the Hyper Dragon Ball Z Discord telling people, yeah, don't go straight to the final pixel art. Do sketches first, and here I am, trying to get right to the point. But yeah, I smell cast iron skillet and smoke going right now, and I'm like, man, I'm so tempted to see what's happening. But I finally managed to drag myself to this computer and work on some animation. Looks pretty good to me. It looks consistent. Maybe his head should be backwards. I actually suggested that he point because I felt like it gave more of a, here it comes, you ready? I'm gonna wind it up. Ikazu, Ikazu, Ikazu. So I think it looks pretty nice. I'm actually itching to do some animation that isn't pixel art because there's job opportunities for animation. There's a lot of people in Austin and stuff who are looking for animation. Seems like Austin's becoming just as big as an entertainment hub in Texas as Dallas. Not just Powerhouse Animation Studio, but other people just like someone wanted a job listing that I saw was a music video featuring an angel and a demon. I think they were going to be dancing or something probably. And I'm like, wow. If I only had a demo, animation demo to show that I could do this stuff. But the closest thing I have is a bunch of pixel art. My pixel art shows that I can animate, but It doesn't show that I could draw. Well, it kind of does, doesn't it? Well, okay, look. What's a better way to word that? It doesn't show that I can manipulate space with animation, with my animations. But, you know, if you look at this, it kind of does. I mean, like, I'm foreshortening. Well, am I? No, not really. So far away there isn't really any foreshortening. Well, back to my point. I don't really have any animation that shows that I could work on a feature. Well, that'll have to change. I'll have to go out of my way to do some animation that's not pixel art. But that's always a bummer, because I'm part of Hyper Dragon Ball Z's team, and when I'm not working on sprites for them to help the team, you know, it's like, well, you want to do animation, you know, help with this project. Same thing with Blazing World Stars. It's like, got a project right here to be animating on, but it's not really the same thing. Okay, this is a pretty good drawing. Turned out just the way I want it. There we go. I may have to clean these lines up a little bit more, but overall this is the pose I was looking for. I really like it. I hope that Scooty likes it. Because I'm not against using reference, but I like making things, you know, their own and not just straight up copies. Like one day I want someone to say, I want an animation that looks like Batrice's Whirligig and not... Where's my pillow again? Not Sasquatch. Well, not Sasquatch or Whirligig, just Batrice. This is Batrice's Whirligig wind up. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4. So, well, they are overlapping, though, aren't they? One, two, three. There we go. Got rid of that pesky wrist. Two frames. Okay, let's copy this frame, and there's a few adjustments I'd like to make to it. First thing we're going to do is lower. Not that much. Bring this back so I can know what's up. Right, that's 1 pixel. Let's use the arrows, that's safer. Take away this back arm. Guess I'll move this up.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, welcome back. Just trying to get this animation working right. This is how many frames? 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 frames of wand up here that loop. I kind of want to do, well, I guess I'll do 3. I'll do 3 and see how it turns out.
How's it going, bro?
It's going pretty good. Like, I have this the line art's turning out pretty clean. The arcs of the animation are looking like they're working so far. I'm going to have to make this flap, and this thing hanging around to see that strap, I'm gonna have to make that flap. But right now I just gotta get this pose to work right. And I smell my brother cooking steak right now. It smells good. But I've got to focus on getting this animation right. I think I will stop Not right now, but pretty soon. After I get this arm to go all the way around in a circle. I'll just duplicate this frame.
So, okay, nice.
Okay, nice. Right, I'm gonna delete this again. Turn this back on. Alright, I'll make this move up 1 pixel. I think I should have made this move down. Keep the finger in the same spot. Okay, I want to loop these frames. So highlight the frames, right click on it, and set it to loop.
I
See it?
gotta get me something to eat, but I also gotta continue with the soundtrack that I've been installing.
Are you working on the soundtrack right now?
Time about to
Oh, okay. How many tracks is it going to be?
just one so far.
How many do you have planned?
Well, I'm currently working on the Blazing World Stars track, then I have a Hyper Dragon Ball Z track to do as well.
Wow. Hey, that's not bad. Well, you're staying busy.
Yep, and I gotta get to it.
What are you going to be eating? Because I've been talking about steak this whole time. I actually hear a lot of bumping around and stuff with pots and pans too. It's really weird. Hope everything's going okay.
The crazy thing is that I've been running errands lately, so I've been pretty busy. Something healthy.
Oh, that's good. I haven't been eating that healthy. I've been eating a bunch of stuff that I just think tastes good, like fast food, you know, like It's not really fast food, it's just sandwiches
I'm on a
and
weight
fries.
loss journey.
Yeah, me too. My journey just takes some pit stops and stuff. Lots of rest stops. I think I've said this in other streams, but my doctor said he would like me to lose 2 pounds a month before my next checkup in April. So I need to lose 6 pounds by April, which seems easy to me.
I hear you.
Yeah, I've lost a lot of pounds. I'm actually really good at losing weight when I have my mind set to it, but there's a few foods that just take me out of this life. And it's usually pizza. Yep, pizza or some kind of dessert or something will have me go, wow, okay, a cheat day, and then that cheat day just turns to a cheat week. But yeah, I think cheat meals are what they call them, but it usually becomes cheat days for me. I don't know, I kind of feel like this needs another frame. The circle just seems like it's back, forth, back, forth. Just something to really show the rotation of the arm. Maybe...
Ha 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 dot dot. I know what it's like.
Let me redo this arc. That looks more like a rotation. But I could use one more frame. Right between here. But yeah, usually when I eat healthy, it's usually unbreaded meat, unbreaded.
When Chick-fil-A opens on March the 17th, I will have my cheat then.
I have a Chick-fil-A card and a Whataburger card, and I haven't used them because I haven't, not only because I haven't gone out this year, but also because I've been trying to eat healthy and just trying to avoid fast food. But yeah, that's pretty tempting. Maybe there should be a frame right here, though.
We're both in the same boat.
Yep. I've got Chick-fil-A cards and I can't use them because I'm trying to lose weight. But yeah, I guess the thing is, it comes down to what's more important. Eating something that tastes really good at the moment, or feeling better and having a better quality of life for later. And the answer should be, the quality of life thing, but See, that looks more like a circle. That's too sudden.
That's why I ditched the ramen noodles, cause I already know what they taste like.
Yeah, I had some ramen 3 days ago. I had 3 packs of ramen noodles, some leftover roast that I had frozen with some soy sauce on it. I cooked that up, threw it in there. But I added vegetables, so that was kind of my excuse. I was like, plus it was my only meal of that day. So I was like, well, I kept it down to 1 meal that day. So that means I was fasting most of that day. So it's not really that bad, I guess. You know, if my body's just gonna flush it out for the next day, you know, if I don't know, I try to intermittent fast, but those time frames kind of slide around from time to time. Yeah, I need another frame here, so I'll duplicate this.
Hey ... when you don't have anything else to eat, it's understandable.
Yep. But the thing is, I kind of do have stuff to eat. It's just in a deep freezer. We have a whole bunch of tilapia, chicken leg quarters, because we stock up on chicken leg quarters, the frozen kind. Sometimes they go on sale for like $4, and there's about 5 or 10 pounds worth of chicken leg quarters in there, in each bag. So we just throw those in the deep freezer. But yeah, we have a lot of frozen tilapia too. I like breaded meat. If I'm gonna eat meat, it's gonna be breaded. Except for the steak. The steak is just butter. Butter and seasoning. Up, down. Should probably be moving down again on this one. This right here. See, that looks like a circle. It's just up and down motions, and this doesn't really work, but
I currently don't have anything in the ice box.
oh,
I think I might have some lettuce and tomatoes. I just might whip up a salad like I did 2 days ago.
yeah, that sounds good. The salads I eat aren't that healthy. I throw way too much stuff in there. Well, ranch dressing isn't that great for you. Tastes good, but yeah. Someone in my break room at work said compared ranch dressing to butter. I was like, really? Huh, sure. So I guess the vinaigrettes are better for you. Don't really care for vinaigrettes that much. My salads usually are like chicken tender chopped up with maybe some tomatoes, but it's usually cheese, shredded cheese, chicken tender, lettuce, ranch dressing.
It depends on what you put in there.
Yeah. When I was doing my diet, well, it's more of a fast. I was doing a 6-month fast with no no cooked food. It was all raw food. So I didn't have meat in there because I don't want to eat meat raw. It was walnuts, lettuce.
I have on my sub sandwiches, and I still managed to keep the weight off.
Yeah, I don't think ranch is that bad for you. I don't know why that dude had a problem with it. Maybe it's a cholesterol thing or something. I don't know. I'm more about results as far as like losing weight, not really anything else. Like, might have high sodium content. I don't care. Like, if you work out, you know, you sweat the sodium out of you with, you know, if you work out to the point where you sweat, that's salt leaving with your sweat, you know? So you don't have to, you know, I don't worry about it that much. But not that I don't actually work out though. I usually try to diet though. I was a couple of times a week I find myself in the garage with the weights and with weights. Yeah. It's either calories or sugar content. I try to keep the carbs down more than anything. Intermittent fasting and watching sugar intake. That's mostly what I do. See, it looks like the arm's moving around now, so I don't have to worry about this arm. Yeah. I know if I was more active, I wouldn't even have to worry about dieting too much. If I could work, I don't know, time. It's such a time thing. I'm tired by 8 o'clock at the moment, but I usually stay up until midnight. I'm in bed by 11 something. It's just in my focus. I can't really do anything that requires focus after 8 at the moment. My sleep schedule just kind of, it fell back into place. I'm actually falling to sleep. I'm actually falling to sleep at a decent time now. That's why I haven't been streaming. Which I think it's a good thing. But it's not good for content, but it's good for my health. I should wake up and exercise, but I usually wake up and drink coffee and catch up on YouTube and Twitter news and Discord. So I kind of feel like if I didn't watch videos on YouTube every day, I would probably free up about 5 hours of my day. Because I try to do stuff while I'm
11, sometimes 12.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to bed around that time. 11 or 12. If I'm up by 8 or 7 in the morning, that's good for me.
It depends on what time doing.
Yeah, I'm trying to do more work. I would rather have these streams around noon, but I know people are at work or at school around that time, so it's not good entertainment for them. I don't think people like watching old streams. I think they like interacting with the stream more than anything. At least I do. I don't like watching old streams unless they're educational. These aren't, what I'm doing isn't very educational. It's kind of educational. You could use it for educational means, I guess, but I wouldn't recommend it. I think I should delete all these shirt flaps and animate them independently instead of just going from reference. I mean, going by what the other sprite. I don't know, let's straight ahead animate these.
If it's like a gameplay in parts, then I'll watch it.
Oh. Yeah. Usually gameplay. I'll like Maximilian, dude, I watch him. I watched him play King of Fighters because I hadn't gotten King of Fighters yet. So I decided I don't want to get spoiled. If I'm going to get spoiled, I might as well have it be me watching an entire playthrough instead of someone just dropping something in front of my face like an ending and saying, hey, look at this. A story element, I'm like, dang, I would have rather watched that than to have someone just tell me. But yeah, when it came to King of Fighters, that's King of Fighters 15, I ended up watching Maximilian's first playthrough of it. And after that, I'm like, okay, now I can... He had a mixed up team, so it was the generic ending. But I got to see who the final boss was and what the random team ending would be, so that I feel a little more at ease with the ending and stuff. Now I could just play the game with different teams and see what their endings are without having to worry about having the last end boss spoiled.
Once you watch it end, you'll be like, well, we already know what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Now it's just specific team endings that I'm out to see for myself, but I don't have to worry about having the end boss spoiled for me anymore, that's a good thing. Oh, that's not a lasso tool. That is a pin. Okay, I'm gonna raise this sprite up a little bit more. That's pretty good. I like that. One, two, three, four, five. Wow, it took 5 frames to get this to circle all the way around. It shouldn't play at this speed. This is 100. Let's try 50.
The most recent fighting game I have played is Melty Blood Type Lumina.
I think my brother bought that. I don't know if he bought it for Steam or the physical version. I'll have to try it out because I've known about Melty Blood for...
Just like Horizon Forbidden West, critics play the game first while streaming before the game drops, and then I'll accidentally get a glimpse of the gameplay. Then it'll be kind of ruined for me.
Yeah. Well, in some cases, playing the game is different than...
Empty your mind everyday law. JK, but hi, I'm back.
Welcome back. When it comes to gameplay, that's kind of the great thing about an open game like Horizon. You can kind of play the game however you want. With fighting games, though, you know, it's just story beats that I...
Most Pokemon Legends are so content despite my best efforts.
I can't read that. Arceus? I haven't heard about that. I really haven't followed Pokemon since... Johto? Silver, I guess. That was a long time ago. Like, I know about the Pokemon that are in games like Smash Brothers and stuff like that. Pokemon Arena, Pokken, yeah, Pokken was the last Pokemon game I played. I just don't play RPGs. They take a lot of commitment.
I can't get into watching or play Pokemon games. Sorry.
Hey, that actually looks pretty good at this frame rate. Pokemon, I think Pokemon would be more fun.
Their first DLC characters for free, which I was happy with, was refreshing after the previous fighting games I played.
Lumina, type Lumina. DLC. Type Lumina is a Pokemon game? But yeah, I think the competitive aspect of Pokemon would be pretty good. Just capturing Pokemon, training them, and then playing against other people.
Like Horizon. You might like it, Proto.
I still haven't played Horizon. Horizon's a game I would actually watch. For the most part, I play fighting games, but things like Final Fantasy VII and stuff like that, I wouldn't mind watching someone else's playthrough of that. The Walking Dead video games from Telltale, I watched different people play through that, and they made different decisions, and it was fun every time, seeing what different people would do compared to other people. So with RPGs, yeah. Like The Last of Us is something I would watch a gameplay of, and I wouldn't feel that bad about it. I'm more of a competitive person, 1v1 or 2v2, you know.
They finally released the A1 patch, and I'm glad.
I wish they didn't have to do with day one patches, but sometimes it, you know,
It has minor bugs in the game.
yeah, sometimes there's things you just don't even notice. You could game test something until you think every stone has been uncovered, but no, there's always something. All right, let's. I really want the foot to move independently up and down of this body motion. I'm just trying to figure out, like, this is the apex of the body, so that means that the foot would lag behind just a little bit. So guess I'll move this entire leg up. And then I'll move this section of the leg up. So it's actually up 2 pixels. And I'll raise this up again. And since this is the bottom of the arc or whatever, apex or whatever, I guess the leg would be a little lower. So I'll drop it about 2. All right, how's this gonna work? How does it look now?
I definitely also watched a lot of people play the Walking Dead Telltale game.
Yeah. Everyone makes different decisions and choices. I think I'll redraw this right here. I'll make the foot actually angle down.
Especially in fighting games, I think testers have to watch for every scenario with every character and possible opponents.
Yeah, I know Hyper Dragon Ball Z. We test for months, and when people get their hands on the game, they do things just like, how did this happen? This never happened when we were playing it. They just find infinites and bugs everywhere. It's like, why didn't you find this?
Cat has been fed successfully. I'm watching her till Friday when my dad gets home.
Oh. Are cats finicky eaters? It's like you don't have a specific kind of cat food or something. The cat will just say like, nope, I'm not touching that. I don't know if you can feed a cat straight from the table like some people do with dogs. Like the dog will eat whatever I eat. They can eat my scraps. I don't know if that's a thing.
Cat is very petite. She needs her with food. BRB, I'm gonna get something to eat right now. I'm pretty hungry.
Yeah. Go ahead, DeMarcus. No problem. Yeah, I don't think this animation's gonna do anything dramatic in the meantime.
And mostly number cats are very picky eaters, so they usually won't take scraps unless you deliver it to their food bowls.
Oh. So, that's actually pretty good. I mean, you could really control a cat's diet, no problem then, for the most part. So if your cat's getting too fat, just don't feed them anything extra or anything. They'll be alright. I don't know, dogs. Well, from my experience, dogs want to eat every time you eat. If they live with you, like in the house. Outside dogs, I don't know. But yeah, I feel bad about I feel bad for outside dogs. I don't ever want to have an outside dog again. I felt like I was neglected. I'm pretty sure my whole family neglected the dog. It's kind of an out of sight, out of mind thing. It's like Homer Simpson said, yeah, this is the kind of dog you have to feed every day. But yeah, I think our first dog went pretty insane from not having interaction all the time. I don't know, you're a kid, you're going to school, you don't want to go outside every day, so you don't see your dog every day. Then you say, did you feed the dog? I don't know, did you? So yeah, I feel, nah, I keep saying feel, but yeah, we're horrible to that dog, and I feel bad about it. I overcompensated with the next dog we had, and wow, she lived a really good life. I fell in love with that dog. Still love her. I don't even like thinking about her because she makes me sad. All that love. But yeah, I learned my lesson with the first dog, and the second dog got all the love in the world. Did I put this on the right frame? But yeah, if you're a new parent and you're getting your kid a pet, remember they're kids. They don't. They, no matter how much they say they want a pet, you know, they don't really know. They'll just treat the pet like a toy. Out of sight, out of mind is no way to treat a dog. Hey, that's better. At least with a cat, when you have a pet live indoors with you, there's no way of ignoring them. I'm avoiding them or ignoring them. Yeah. So I'm a proponent of keeping animals indoors with you and around you, so you don't neglect them. Not bad. I like this animation so far. I see a lot more stuff that could be moving though. Like this hair on the chest could be moving. Well, what I really want to get moving is the shirt. So I guess I'll save and go for it. Let's try to get this shirt moving. Maybe too far out. Alright, let's see how well this loops. I don't know about this. I ought to turn this voice activation on for I can know when new messages pop up. And you can know when I actually hear the messages. So I don't have to look up every few minutes or seconds to see if a message is showing up. Looks pretty good. Man, I'm using bad posture. Looks pretty good. Sorry, I say pretty good a lot. No, that doesn't. This doesn't look right. I don't know how to get the waving. I like seeing waves and shirts and stuff. Come on, Russian bots. Come on. I'm trying to do a stream. Irene Tins. Well, I can't do anything from here, so I'll just leave it there. That's pretty good. Oh, I said it again. Pretty good. Sorry, I said it again. Starting to get a little boring. I guess we'll do some more tomorrow. I really want to eat this steak. So, it's been 2 hours. Exactly 2 hours. So, once I edit out the start of the stream where I started, get everything in order, while the standby's on. This should be around 2 hours. So, I guess I'll keep this playing. Now, thank you, everyone, and say goodbye. Alright, I'd like to thank Riot Kitty. Thank you, Riot Kitty. You informed us about cats and Pokemon and Melty Blood. And school. DeMarcus, thank you for showing up. Yeah, you've got your health journey to go on. I've got mine. I hope to be more health conscious and make better choices and decisions with the food I eat. And my time. Make better choices with my time. Then time management is key to being successful in general. With health or exercise and just getting things done. Thank you, Mr. Alexander Trapp, for the $5. That's cool. There's a lot of stuff. They announced a lot of stuff that I want to buy. Toy Fair's going on, and I'm like, you shouldn't be buying toys, dude. And it's like, but I really want this stuff. I really want to get Dimitri, Storm Collectibles Dimitri, the blue version, which is actually more, but I shouldn't be. I'm jonesing for some Darkstalkers figures. Dillard Draws was the first person here. He was like, hey, finally. You're finally doing the stream. It's about time. What have you been doing? Too busy eating? Get away from the plate. Put the fork and knife down. Do some work. But yeah. Thank you everyone for showing up to my stream. Sorry. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Hope you learned something. I'll try to get back to this tomorrow. It's always tomorrow, isn't it? But yeah, it's good that I started this. Took me a few weeks to get to this, but here it is. Next thing I'm going to work on is these frames right here, the actual punch. So I'm going to do the keyframe. This is going to be the next kind of frame, the actual. It's going to be the punch, and then probably the impact blur frame. The blur, this is technically a blur frame, and then this is settling in. But yeah, this is just a wind up right here. It's looking all right. Just so you all know, few sprites I want to make that are Hyper Dragon Ball Z related are, I want to do a Dodoria sprite. I want to make a Rimbarine sprite. I don't know, just stuff. Rounder characters. I really want to do a shot at animating some fighting stances with them. Super Saiyan 4 Goku or Gogeta, Vegito or whatever he is. I think Gogeta. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I want to make a sprite of that. Because I've got an idea in my mind that no one's made a sprite like this. As far as I know. As far as Super Saiyan 4. I think it would be pretty cool if it had the pose that I have in my mind. I don't know if I'll do a stream of that. I don't know if anyone's interested in seeing a stream of me making some Hyper Dragon Ball Z sprites. Or if I'll just post them on Twitter one day. Or in the Discord. But yeah, I've got some sprites in mind. So yeah, this is the end of the stream. So what else am I working on? No, as far as stuff to look forward to, it's just some more of this. Hopefully tomorrow. I may work on this offline too. But I'm glad that this animation... Oh, you can't see it. I already switched cameras.
Time back. It's going to heat up.
I'm about to go. There's 4 people here and I'm about to leave. But yeah, I got this done. And the next,
Well, I came back pretty late.
I smell some steak. I want to see what happened. I want to see if it turned out good or if it burnt or whatever. Have myself some steak. But yeah, this right here is the next frames that I'm going to be doing in my next stream, which I hope will be tomorrow around 5:30 p.m. or 5 seems to be a good time to have streams. So I'll try to get myself organized and do that. Oh, you're back. Wait, I don't know if you ever left, but thank you. Yeah, this is the end of the stream. I hope to do some more work tomorrow at about 5:30 p.m. Central.
Go
So
get the steak, then ha.
will do. I'm not doing very well at saying goodbye. But I got a good amount of work done. I'll do some adjustments to this offline. Come back tomorrow. I'll follow up on some new frames for the animation. May do some Hyper Dragon Ball Z sprites offline or online. But either way, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Thank you all for showing up. Thank you all for
Play
being.
ball. I'll not get between the man and his steak.
Yep, thank you, Jeff Potts. That's the thing, you have two names. You have Jeff Potts, and then you have HP Hunter. And they both sound like real names, so I don't know what to call you. Maybe they are both real names. Maybe one's a middle name. I don't know. They just sound authentic. They're like aliases. But this is the end of the stream. I was just waiting for the song to finish playing, for I'll have a good stopping point. So, until next time, be seeing you all. Stay out of trouble.